Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little over a week since our last update and our last episode of Minecraft Daily, and I'm really sorry about that. Really am. But it has been one heck of a couple weeks. So tonight, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I've been up to, and part of the reason that I have been not streaming. So basically, you see all the chests behind me. We'll get to what's in those in a minute, but needless to say, they're part of the grind. Oh yes, I had to fill all of them. So much grind, so much grind. Tons of grind. It was terrible, really terrible. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over the grind, what I did, and a few things that I've built since then, and how things have progressed. So we're gonna spend the first little bit flying around. You know, my rocket here and my fish. I love fish. Mostly because I have a fish farm. So I have a god-awful amount of it. And we're going to switch those audios because, oops. Alright. Now we're going to set off a couple rockets. Yay! Time for another stream. We'll go into full screen mode. There we go. Alright. So, one of the things I've done, we've gotten even more shulker boxes because I'm a lunatic. Our gunpowder farm has been absolutely crushing it. Preparing for something in there. That's a surprise for later. This is running okay. So some future plans that are going to happen are we are going to expand this so that the kelp is 3 or 4 tall. And then expand this so that's also 3 or 4 tall. Fantastically. And I have got to figure out where these SOBs are spawning at. Because that's starting to piss me off. But, first big thing you may have already noticed is this ginormous building here. This ginormous monstrosity is the super smelter that you saw the plans for the last time through. This little box here is for the fuel. The fuel goes into all of the furnaces and separates nice and even. These spots are where we lay our shulker boxes of items to smelt. Yeah, that's right. You feed this in via shulker boxes. I have a lot of shulker boxes. It's really handy. And when we want to break them, just flip this switch that locks this hopper here. And so nothing can get past these 2 hoppers then. It's fantastic. Even better, it dumps the items into 5 shulker boxes. So if you want to do something like smelt a bunch of glass and you need to take it with you, you get it. You pop off the shulker box, and you run off with your glass. Really friggin' handy. We come in here, and you can see the monster that is the actual super smelter. And of course, like all of my smelters, I installed a locking lever. So that if I'm smelting something, I can come in and pull it out of here. And get the experience out of these furnaces. Or as Iskall likes to say, the fun night. So that's what I've been doing there. So, we started a big project plan. And one of that big project plan was, obviously, I want to create a guardian farm. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, we have our deliveries box, where our friend Pabian left our deliveries for the iron. So I went ahead and left this here, put a sign called deliveries. And we got rockets. Take a few stack. Duration 3. Fly, my friend, fly. We may have made a few of those. The reason being is you might not remember, but we created a creeper and spider farm directly under the base. This is one of the last things we did before I went offline for a bit. And this thing is frigging mega. It is working so good. So let's come in and have a look. You can see I harvested some of my sugar cane for paper recently. Finished filling that double chest. So when I say it's so good, I mean it is so good. Yeah, that's how much I have left after all of those rockets. Yeah, super mega. Done some trading and stuff. Did a lot of really good work. Another thing we did is we raided a couple underwater temples. Did a few things that, I really wish I could have streamed, but it was only like 45 minutes worth of work, as opposed to, the hours upon hours upon hours of grind fest that we've been doing. And that's just not cool. And we do the sweet dreams are made of this thing. So, these chests. These are part of the grind that I did. It's a lot. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chests here. And yeah, they're all full of sand. All of them. I have a god-awful metric ton of sand. Yeah. And that's not even counting these boxes. Yeah, I have a lot of sand. Why do I have sand? Because we're making a guardian farm. And we needed to get rid of all of the water. So, we gridded it off and made our guardian farm by gridding it off with sand and then using sponges to clear the water. We ended up with something like 130 sponges, so we're doing pretty good on the sponge count. So I'm going to fly over here and show you what I did to this poor desert. It used to be a lush, fluffy, sandy desert. It's not anymore. I did terrible things to this desert. I was over here so much, I built a little hut with an ender chest and all that, right? Okay, so first thing to see is I leveled all of this. Yeah, leveled it. Fantastic. Then we come over here, and I leveled some more stuff over here. Go up into the sky. And you'll see we leveled a bunch of stuff here. And then some more over here. It took a lot of sand. So this whole big area right here was also hilly. It is no longer hilly. It has been thoroughly leveled. So that is an update of the desert and what we did with that. Obviously, I'm not worried about wasting rockets, so I can really get back quicker. Because what I'm currently using are Duration 1 rockets. And we have a small army of Duration 3. So, I know what you guys want to see, and we're going to go see it. But that's what we've been doing, and that's why I have so much glass, so much sand. I also have like 2 or 3 shulker boxes full of gravel as well. We pulled all of that off of the seafloor when we leveled the area. When we leveled the underwater temple, which is right over here. And as soon as it renders in, you can see this mega thing we've done. We got Sailor Death and Pabian to join us, and we did some serious work here. So yeah, we did a lot of work. We still need to put in some more sea lanterns here. But as you can see, we've done a ton of work. This used to be an underwater temple. It is now just a big, giant, open area with a bunch of sea lanterns to keep stuff from spawning. So right here is 63. That down there is on, the block is on 35. Wonder if the looking at will actually show that from this distance. It doesn't look like. It will. Yeah. Looking at block 35. There you go. So this is all on block 35. And it is absolutely mega. Filled with sand, cleared with sponges. And we tore down the temple, filled it in with sponges, cleared all the water out. It was a thing, man. Leveled the ground under it. It was pretty mega. So we did quite a bit of work. Obviously, we put a bed and everything up there. Like, at 13 or 14 shulker boxes here at one point. It was pretty crazy. So let's get back out of here. And get back to the base. And begin the next step. Because the next step is to finally start building the actual undersea area. Which means digging down. And that's what we've done in here. I made up a redstone box for building all my redstone stuff and gathered the supplies. This was the scariest stuff I've ever had to gather. So, it seems in 14, they updated 14 so that it only puts soul sand down next to the actual magma floor. Which means I either had to dig down or fly down. Since there was no way to easily dig down cleanly, I glided down. Now, the gliding down wasn't too bad. I pretty much knew my elytra was going to kick in for that. But then I had to take off, and we've seen how much fun taking off with an elytra can be. So I had to take off, fly over a magma bed, make sure I didn't hit anything that would stop me flying suddenly, and land safely on the other side. Very, very, very scary. Glad it's over, but I should have enough soul sand to do what we need to do. Also gathered a bunch of kelp, sand, some stuff there, and a whole thing of glass. So you know what that means. Time to gather these tools and go back to the Guardian farm. But I think one of the first things we should do is go ahead and get in Discord, because this isn't nearly as much fun without all of our friends in Discord, right? Now, nobody's in there right now, but we'll pick some up as time goes on. Let's see. Yep, looks like actually nobody that plays is actually on. There's a couple playing Risk of Rain, but nobody's actually in Minecraft right now. But we got in our Discord, and it is time to go. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of an update. Time to get back to work. Before we go anywhere, I should refill on my rockets. You hear the random cackling downstairs or random yelling. That's from my brother. He's downstairs playing D&D. I really wish I could be playing D&D, but nobody ever invites me to play. Every time I play, it's because somebody wants me to DM for them. It's a very sad experience. All right. So the question, I know that end has a lot of caverns. So I think one of the things I should do, first off, is lay out my supplies. First things first. This is my middle. This is my middle. And let's think. I can... No, really, a 2x2 is the best bet, I guess. Do it that way. There's my 2x2. And on the shoulder 2x2, hurrah, hurrah. Yes. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be 2 on this side. And 3 on that side. There you go. Alright, and then we'll go to the 4th one. Because this is my spawning cage. And that's my spawning cage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Extended by 2 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and my square. Alright, nice in the middle. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. Here, 1, 2, and my corner block. And it should be right there. No, it's in line with the lights. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. All right. 3. That worked well. I should have brought more than 1 stack. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. Those are our grids. Alright, now here's where things get a little dicey. blip. Gonna need that. And some spare building blocks for nerd polling. Alright, so my thought is these 5 blocks are what I'm going to dig out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because these 5 can become my water elevator. It's not quite center, but that's probably because I built this whole thing an odd number. Whatever. Might tweak somebody's OCD, but they'll deal with it. Alright, so that should be 5. That is 5. Let's pick this sand back up real quick. Fill back in the stuff we've knocked loose. Alright. You know what I didn't bring with me, though? Because I am pure, absolute genius. Torches. Pure, unadulterated genius that I am. I didn't bring any torches. And while we're here, today's episode was brought to you by Crystal Light, because it's how I stay hydrated. We'll bring 3 or 4 stacks of those. Because we're about to get a little crazy. Alright, so we're what? 4 down? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 6. Seven, 8. 9, 10, 11. Okay. This is the floor of my killing area. Hey, Pavian.
Sounds like you're streaming.
I am, in fact, streaming. I did a full update. And now I'm starting the dig down for the water vaders for my Guardian farm.
Alright.
2 and 3. And since that is 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so yes. block right. There is my 11. Basically, I'm doing the entire under base stuff first, and then I'm going to come back and actually do the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want them spawning on you.
Yep. It's just easier going to have the whole storage area set before I do anything. Yes, the block right above my head is where I want them to land. So, for us to kill, because I got to put all that in place. How much slime do you have?
Roughly 3 stacks of balls.
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna need some sticky pistons. Just for the moving killing platform. Alright, there we go. With this being the center mass. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21. I had a feeling that was going to happen. $30, $31. All right. So that is approximately where my pit's going to land me when I dig down. Yeah, it dug straight into one of those caves that we lit up. This is why I'm glad we wouldn't lit them up.
I ran down into my mine entrance to find some slime, and I already have 37 new slime balls.
Dear God, dude. We've got to build a slime farm there just because we can. Like, we don't do anything that really requires that much slime, but I kind of want to do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just in case we really want to have 800 slime balls.
Well, I mean, we might need a lot of slime blocks and... Friggin' nether end brick, man. It pops, like, instantly. Like, it is literally instant mine.
I believe that mine fatigue doesn't even stop that.
dear God.
I think it's always instant.
Ah.
Why are there holes here?
I'm digging down in the thing, and every time I hit one of it, because of just the angle, I'm hitting the ones next to it.
I suspected that SD may have put them in wrong. That's a little unfair to him.
Oh no, there's a lot of it. So like, I'm digging a hole straight through the striations, and hitting the stuff to the side of it as well.
I was saying that I was blaming somebody for constructing it wrong, not for these stones to destroy easily.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Which means, let's see. That's too tall. Let's go ahead and dig out the third one real quick. Which means that our kill platform is right there. So that is where we are going to stand when we're killing them ourselves. And I may have dug down too far, but I might have to raid your Blaze farm here soon. For fuel.
That's mostly what it's there for.
Yeah. Gotta figure out how I want to actually make this look. I'm thinking prismarine bricks. I've got tons of them. What do you think?
I think you gotta rip that gravel out of the wall.
You mean the stuff right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wait for the picture to catch back up.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and rip that out. Because I don't have enough shulker boxes full of gravel yet. And we place down our insanely overcopious amount of torches because of neuroses. I might have brought 4 stacks with me. Don't judge. Yeah, I'm really thinking building the whole killing area out of prismarine bricks. I've never heard that sound before. Come on. Why won't you activate? Huh. So our killing platform is at that blue block. If we bring the whole thing down 2 blocks from there, it's got a prismarine floor. So of course, you know, I brought everything except didn't bring any junk block boxes, and I didn't bring any prismarine. And here I thought I was being prepared. All right. Okay, I don't need the dark prismarine in there. Let's rephrase that. Let's leave the dark prismarine. And I think we're going to start with it torched. Where we just torch everything. But once it's good and rolling, I'm going to switch it to sea lanterns. No, it's over here. At this point, my viewers probably know where my stuff is better than I do. Let's granite away. We can use that dark prismarine for accent pieces. Screw regular prismarine, that stuff gives me a headache. Also, it's already on the wall, so. There. For any of the viewers of the videos and the Twitch stream, Pabian is the one who helped clear 99% of this. He was a beast. I'd clear a quadrant of sand, he'd clear half the thing. I'd be like, what the hell happened? Why? How did you do that? He'd look at me and be like, get good, chump. You know, if, Pabian knew how to talk like that. See if I can drop down here without dying. Alright. That was weird. Alright, so let's... Yes, because that puts the kill block, so we go up one flight of stairs and it's right there. Perfect. under the kill box. That's that. The top of the gathering section should be right there. So if we put top of the gathering section right there, yeah. Go over here and dig down 2 more. All right. So if that's the top, we need to go down at least 2 more. No, I need 4, 5, 6. So I need 4 more blocks down.
They airdropped you a sticky piston starter kit. I'm not entirely certain where it landed because I could not see it. It fell out of render range.
Okay.
I aimed for the edge slot.
Where'd you airdrop it to?
The crevice on the far wall there, the one you're looking at. Like, turn around. By your shoulders.
Okay. You know what's funny? I went up there for a reason. Really? See, there's my kill box, which means that's where my hoppers are going to be for the kill box, or for the death box. Then this will all be storage system once I dig it out. Okay, I gotta go back to my base now. Just trying to get out of that thing is a disaster. Which means I think my next step, now that I've gotten down to where I need to be, is to go ahead and put in the water streams. You know, the funny thing is I had SD move the conduit. I'm going to want it back here before I finish this, so I can do those. Just transferring them into water sources are going to be a pain. There was an empty one. Oh, it was that one. My sticky piston stuff. I won't need that anymore. To put fence gates in here. Good. That. Don't let's talk about Lisa. Lisa broke my heart. Could have sworn in my preparation I brought regular sand. need it is here. And one of these has my buckets. I did that on purpose. Yeah. Just make sure everybody's watching. Need those for a bit. Good. There we go. You can step out right here. Where to put the rest of the sand? There, I don't need that anymore. There we go. And now we have our easy up and down. I think first step is going to be right here. A nice tunnel over to our kill platform. So right now I'm going to use a real basic design using prismarine bricks since I have so much of it. And then later, once this spawning this farm is really kicked into high gear, I can replace it with some accents as needed. Does that suit your delicate sensibilities, John?
I accidentally attacked this villager because I let a zombie into his house, and he raised the value of all his trades, except for he lowered the cost of books to emeralds.
Okay.
I noticed some villagers weren't sleeping, so I assumed that they thought the beds weren't theirs. So I tried to go into the house to break their bed, so they realized they had a bed, and a zombie ran in at the exact moment I opened the door.
Oh, jeez. And of course, you nicked the villager when you were doing your thing. Because that's how it always works. Here we go. Nice lead to the kill platform. And to prove it's safe, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Because I'm awesome that way. Even this out. Alright. Did you finally fish something?
Finally fish some.
Let's take this to 4 tall. There we go. Yes, viewers, and if you can believe it, this is somehow still less grindy than what I've done off stream. As our dear friend Pabian here can attest to, clearing out the monument was, it was a thing. It was a thing we did. Like, it was definitely something that happened.
Lots of time spent in the desert.
Yeah. Definitely several hours in the desert. But man, placing the sand back was that was fun. On the other hand, losing my job really gave me plenty of time to do that. Ah, no. Thank you, Silk Touch. There we go. We have the chute to the Doom portal here. Which we will eventually add stuff to. Which is why I'm not actually doing anything with it right now. I think the next big thing we need to work on is, unfortunately, this monstrous area down here. So what are you up to, Pavian?
I'm trying to get Nautilus shells the lazy way. Get a,
Fish farm?
yeah, get a luck of the sea 3 fishing rod and waste an hour.
You know, I could just give you a bunch of Nautilus shells.
I already have 5, so I didn't need that many.
Yeah, I've got like 40. Because I've been doing the lazy way for a while. Though since I got pretty much everything I needed out of fishing at this point, I pretty much don't need to do it anymore. Because we can now trade for any of the books, and I've got farms for just about anything that we can trade.
I got a Power 5 villager set up.
You have a Power 5 villager?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's pretty awesome.
I was trying to get fire protection, and I did not get fire protection higher than 2 over the 2 hours I did that, so I settled for Power 5.
Jeez. That's ridiculous. So yeah, what's going to end up in this area is a giant storage system with an item sorter, so that I'm going to have a bank of chests for each type of item. What do I not need any of? I can get rid of iron. I don't need iron. Our dear friend Pabian here has made an iron farm. Standard stuff for 1.14. I believe was it Doc M's build?
Yep.
Yeah. So Doc M 77's build. You can check his tutorial out on YouTube. He built up that build in, holy God, 1 or 2 nights of AFKing, and none of us need iron anymore. None of us. There's 7 of us. None of us need iron anymore. I have an entire chest filled with iron, and that's without breaking down all of the blocks. And that's just from the few stacks that he brought me. Like, it's a lot. It's an insane amount. Okay.
That's still left over after the iron trapdoors.
Yeah, that's after all the trapdoors, after all the hoppers that we've made. Like, it's pretty crazy. All right. That side's done. But I need to go dump my inventory. Wow, that was really quick, actually. way faster than I was expecting. I forget how fast those elevators are. And bird poop. Don't need any more glass for a while until I go to do those. But they are the last and most deadly portion of this entire thing. Yes. I always seem to be running out of stone anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is take all of this up to the previous floor and go ahead and make it like 8 tall. Just so I have plenty of room for any of the redstone that I'm going to work on. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5. This project has given me more coal than I've dug up in my own mine. It's ridiculous. And yeah, so those wonderful caves and stuff that you saw me wandering around in, they're lit up because John and I went through and got rid of all the water and then lit them up. That was a very fun, life-threatening experience. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Spiders are actually taller than 1 block, aren't they?
Probably. 'Cause I'm under the assumption nothing can spawn in a one high gap.
Okay. See, that's what I'm thinking, because there's a one high gap that's not lit up there, and I just keep waiting for a spider to fall on my head. But nothing has yet. Yet. And yes, before anyone on YouTube or my channel gets uppity, I did lose my job. You heard me right earlier. My company was bought out about 6 months ago. And the company that bought us told me that we'll find work for you. We've got something for you, don't worry. So 6 months of nothing, and I got my walking papers a week ago Friday, which is to say a week. Last Friday was a week, so yeah. But you know what? They paid out my vacation. They let me go on the last day of a pay period, and they gave me a couple weeks severance. So I'm not in pain, and I'm a senior developer, so it's not like I can't cut corners on my budget and do okay.
Hey.
Hey, Kara.
I think I'll hang out here since I
Ah.
get Savage rating and Risk of Rain.
Yeah. Those are your options right now.
Yep.
All you're going to get from me is just rambling to whoever may watch my videos eventually. Of course, to be honest, I haven't checked their statistics since the last time I streamed, so who knows? I could have 1 million subscribers right now. I don't know. I haven't looked. Also, if I have 1 million subscribers right now, I'm going to be really miffed. Like, oh, well, then I guess I won't continue looking for work. So I think 1 million subscribers qualifies you for YouTube pays you to keep putting stuff online. And if I managed to do that with 9 videos, I would be impressed with myself.
Minecraft says. Minecraft sells.
Right? And here, I thought I needed the GoDaddy girl for that. Alright, so we have a big open area. Yay! And the whole world cheers. Now, time to dig it out. Let's see. That is 2, 3,
Let me first check Avril Lane.
4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. I want to say 7. You know what? Why rack my brain and give myself a headache when I can just go check how big it is? Hey, the Wandering Villager's here. He's selling glowstone and black dye. Ooh, red sand, light blue dye. Two emeralds for glowstone, and 1 emerald each for 3 black dye, 4 red sand, or 3 light blue dye. It's actually a pretty good deal. So you know how we always joked about, how you never need to worry about lappets? So, yeah, you know how the Guardian Farm's wrapped in light blue glass, right? Do you know how you make light blue glass? Give me an idea. It involves blue dye, which comes from lappets. Friggin' kill me.
Back when I was building the iron farm, the wandering trader spawned in the building and then jumped into the kill pit. He clogged it up. No golems could fall in.
Jesus. 1,
He
2,
floats.
3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. Plus 2 for the chest. So, yes, 7. Haha, I was right. He floats in lava?
No, he floats in water. I had to completely redesign the kill pit because of that.
He floats in lava? Oh my god. What is he? I also looked up a tutorial today on how to make a flower farm. Turns out flowers naturally spawn if you bone meal grass blocks. Like,
Yep.
what? I didn't know this. Nobody told me. Like, why have I been wasting my time? Okay, because it wasn't tedious enough already, this nice 5 wide corridor is now getting opened by 7 blocks on either side. Fucking kill me. 2, 3,
Time for a
5,
beat.
6, 7. Okay, and it is 7 tall. It's time for a mining montage. Insert montage here. Actually, I might actually do that. I have all the time in the friggin' world to do editing, so yeah, when it actually goes to YouTube, I might cut this out.
My plan whenever I start actually recording Cold Steel stuff is to probably cut out most battles that aren't necessary and any like additional grind I do.
Yeah, well,
Show the first run through a dungeon, show off each enemy type and any interesting fights that happen. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, that seems reasonable. You know, except when you're streaming it to me, so I can watch the whole thing.
well,
Hey, man,
the
it's gonna
plan for-
save me $60. So
like the plan for like I think my plan was when 3 comes out is just do a stream of first playthrough.
just 3. Okay.
Of 3, like 1 I wasn't planning on doing a live stream, I was planning on actually trying to record it. Like, if I can get it set up, I could probably Discord stream it while I record it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think my laptop can handle it, but it's possible with a wired connection on my tower I can do it.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably end up having to feed the stream from whatever I used to record to like VLC or one of the other media players and just stream that.
Close this so that doesn't bong anymore. I'm just closing the tab. For God's sakes, Firefox.
Yeah, before I do anything else, I have to script a video just to talk about the other games in the series, and I probably have to do some research on the Legend of Heroes series as a whole, because I forget what some of the early games are about.
Yeah.
All I know is that a lot of the naming convention used in Trails comes from the early games.
Okay.
Like, I believe it might be like Legend of Heroes, like 5 or 6 involves like something Vermilion, and then
I do like the word vermilion. You know, it has a special meaning for me.
it's like it comes up because it's the red knight is the Vermilion. and it involves the royal family and all that. I'm curious how the English version makes sense of the cursed nonsense
Yeah.
it gets into later.
So for anyone in my channel who didn't get the joke about me talking about Vermilion being special to me, all three of us play Final Fantasy XIV together. These jokers are both black mages, which means they get all the big fat numbers and make everybody else jealous in every parse ever made. I play a red mage. All of our skills are named Ver something or other, after Vermilion, including our limit break, which is Vermilion Scourge. So that was the joke about Vermilion. That's why these two rolled their eyes and nobody else got the joke.
Yeah, I did see there were still copies of 1 and 2 on PS4 for sale, so it clearly wasn't a limited print run or anything.
Yeah.
Because I know,
it's on my list.
like I know on the when they first came out for the PS4 editions, they seemed to like sell out and not restock for a while.
Oh, did they? I didn't notice that.
It was just around the time they first came out. I was like, oh, can't even order this anymore.
Yeah, I think I put them all on my list back in March.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing with the merger happened, and I got real cautious about what I spent stupid amounts of money on.
Yeah, I noticed. I think they're still like both 50, and then I noticed a package deal for like 80 for both of them together.
For 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then 3 is Nisa, so I very much doubt it's going to go down in price for a long time, because they don't like to discount their stuff.
Well, to be fair, I hate the fact that games don't go down in price real fast anymore. I've actually ranted on it multiple times. But Nisa doesn't need to lower the price of their games, and their games are quality enough that they don't have to. I mean, people always play them.
Well, it's like the biggest misstep recently was Ys 8, where they had to completely overhaul the translation.
Yeah.
It was mostly okay, but there were a lot of like really embarrassing issues with it.
Oh, really?
And like, it was actually mostly being too literal with certain things.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that with Japanese.
Well, it's like what's funny is Falcom already translates a lot of their stuff, because they'll do like the Japanese subtitle and then have smaller English subtitle at the bottom.
Yeah.
What they feel is the English translation. Most of the time they get right, sometimes they get wrong. Like, is it the like police force for the railways in Cold Steel in Japanese is the train military police, and military is spelled wrong.
Look, that's not a translation issue. It's bad quality control.
Yeah, and then well, that's the Japanese version. And then in English they decided to make it railway military police. It sounds more official. Yeah, the only reason I noticed this is in Japanese, whenever they're involved, you start getting capitalized TMP showing up in the dialogue.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna fix this whole not having enough shulker boxes thing. Bet I have enough dump chests now. That moment when you have to overfly your target to let it render so you can before you can land.
You just gotta just dive in there and hope for the best.
I'm not as brave as you.
Dive into the invisible lava.
And wonder why you're suddenly on fire. But why? Why does the ocean burn? Go back to my hole.
Yeah, okay. The Legend of Heroes series started in 1989 as part of the Dragon Slayer series.
Alrighty then.
It is an offshoot of an offshoot.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Dragon Slayer series an offshoot of?
Possibly East. I'm gonna have to look into it.
So you might be aware that at least. Okay, I think Xanadu and Fazanadu, I believe, are the two NES games. So they're first, and then Legacy of the Wizard is game 4. If you heard of any of these.
I have heard of Xanadu.
Yeah. And then I believe game 6 of that series was Dragon Slayer Legend of Heroes, and then that's where all the Legend of Heroes games came from.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
There are two Dragon Slayer, the Legend of Heroes games. Then, with the third game, they dropped the Dragon Slayer part of the title.
This sounds like the naming scheme for my novel.
And then apparently, Legend of Heroes 3, 4, and 5 are their own arc. Then after that arc finished, you got the Legend of Heroes 6, Trails in the Sky, which started the Trails series.
Okay.
And they still keep the Legend of Heroes naming convention, they just don't number them. I believe...
Because we're on,
we're on
Dragon
13.
Slayer 6-12 now.
It's, Cold Steel, 3 is 13. For Legend of Heroes.
Right.
Yeah, so it's 6-13.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so English names.
This is starting to sound a lot like trying to follow .hack. It's just not going to happen.
Well, you don't really have to pay attention to the early Legend of Heroes games because they don't connect to Trails. Trails is its own thing. It's just been going forever and will probably continue going for far too long. Because Sky started in 2004. The Sky trilogy ended in 2007. Then Crossbell was 2010 and 2011. And then Cold Steel has been 2013 through 2018. I like how Wikipedia labels 4 as the final Cold Steel game when we already know we're getting the 5th. There's too much they have to cover still, currently. It's probably going to be in the style of the third Sky game, where it has a different main character and plays more as a anthology of small stories that lead into the next part of the story. Because it's like the third Sky game is pretty much a dungeon crawler where you go through various doors that focus on different characters from the series,
Huh.
and either go into their past or tell a story about an adventure they had. Yeah, it's like, and let me tell you, since Cold Steel 4 had, like, what was it, 47 playable characters at the end, they can do stuff with that.
You're really talking me out of wanting to play these games.
It's like, I have fun with them.
Yeah, too many characters to try to follow. It's like trying to follow an Anne McCaffrey book.
Yeah,
You just learn to accept that the scene that is happening right now is happening because the characters are who they are.
yep.
They got a large roster. It's like the 13 original characters from the first game, the like 4 new characters they had in the second game. The third game has a brand new roster of like 13 people you control. And then they went ahead and added like every single person that had a model that wasn't dead. So you could play as.
Yeah, like, the fourth game, they basically decided to let you use the main casts from, the first 2 arcs in Trails were added. So, like, you got the main Sky cast and the main, Frostbelt class, or cast. And then Cold Steel itself, like, first game has a playable roster of, I want to say, like, 15. And the second game adds another 6 or 7 to that. And then it's a third game adds 6 new characters. And the returning characters besides Reen from the first 2 games are treated more as guest characters, because they join you for chapters. Like, they join you for full chapters, and the game only has 4 chapters, so they're around a decent amount. It's just they don't try to overload you. The only time you get like the full playable cast in 3 is near the end for a dungeon. And then 4 just kind of goes all out.
Seems like it.
Yeah, it's like 4 basically gives you control of the full like standard playable cast, which is around like the low 20s for characters.
Yeah.
And then all the additional characters from previous games and like just side characters from the series who are playable are they're given to you for the like true final boss, and also there's a section where you have to use like 5 parties composed of these guest party members for the first part of a dungeon. So you have to do like a sequence with playing as each party.
Hmm. That's actually kind of nifty.
Like, it works well enough because all the characters have gimmicks, but they still play similar enough to each other that it's not like overwhelming.
Yeah. To be fair, I give that a hard time for having too many characters, but I play Suikoden, so
It's similar.
It's a little unfair because, in spite of the fact that there's 108 characters, there's really only like 45 playable in each game.
yeah. And most of those don't even have that big of a storyline like involved to them. At least in the early ones. So the amount of content wasn't, mind blowing.
So it's really easy to 100% true on Suikoden 1 in 3 hours.
What? How?
Just play fast. There's no real glitches in there. That's just how short the game is, because this is like a launch game.
Takes me longer than that to gather the 108 stars. To be fair, it takes me longer than that to beat Stallion in a foot race, but... But then I'm a terrible person, so what do I know?
My record for 100% Suikoden is about 6 hours.
I don't play games that fast. Dude, I make Parasite Eve take like 10 or 12 hours, so. And that's without New Game Plus forcing me up the friggin' Chrysler Building, where you have to climb all 70 floors one by one and through a friggin' maze and. I've only climbed that building one time, and I had cheated basically, and got the debug SMG, like the super weapon that had like all of the powers, and it only dealt 10 damage a shot, so I actually couldn't win. I got robbed. Like, I'm cheating. How am I losing? This gun has a power of 999.
Yeah, it's like... Then Falcom's like current other big series is Peace.
Yeah.
What's this about getting robbed?
Yeah, I got robbed. Not
yes.
potatoed. I got robbed.
Indeed.
And actually, what was causing that problem in Parasite Eve was how the math on shots is done. The damage on a gun can be 999, but since it fires 3 times at 10 rounds each, it's actually divided by 30, so the power actually wasn't high enough to damage her. Alright, one side's done. The storage room is going to be huge.
I was looking up on Wikipedia the Legend of Heroes series because I wanted to see exactly how Trails fit in.
No.
Yeah. First 2 games are Dragon Slayer games.
Oh. Okay.
2, 3,
And then the only like standard Legend of Hero series was released between 94 and 99 as a trilogy. Then starting in 2004, the Trails series started and just engulfed everything.
I want to go play Saga for PS1, like really badly.
Oh, you were going okay there until you said PS1.
Mm-hmm. I really like terrible low poly PS1 RPGs.
Right, so
I love PS1 RPGs.
Frontier is good, but I think that's the only good PlayStation sci-fi game.
You know, I don't know if that's what I'm having in mind. I really don't. Might be.
Hey Rob, have you seen my hole?
Mhm.
It's a big hole.
It's a really big hole.
We finished digging it out, and now I'm working on the other side.
I was watching the stream for a bit.
Okay. Putting the framework in right now. Then I get to build it.
The East series release timeline confuses me.
Oh, I can't. I can't think that hard about East, dude. It's not about you understanding it at
Like,
all.
I'm just confused how in '93 they released 2 different versions of 4.
Quit it. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
No, it's right up
No,
there
it's-
with. I think they released East 1 like 5 separate times.
Yeah. Like, no, it's funny. It's like they released East 5 in '95, then the series went dormant till 2003 when they released 6. Then after that, they proceeded to start releasing remakes of all the old games, and didn't release a new numbered one until 2009. Like, yeah, and then in 2012 they released yet another version of East 4, because that's what Memories is.
Ugh, stop.
It seems like they stopped with the remakes after that, though, because 8 and 9 just come out normally.
I mean, I do get it though. There was a remake trend for a bit there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's like they released 6, and then it was just constant remakes till 7. So they had to re-release all the old East games on the PSP. It was very important.
PSP was really underrated.
It really was.
Japan really liked it.
I think the US actually really liked it, but the market share just wasn't there for them
Yeah.
to like
Well,
feel
I
like
think-
it was worth it.
I think the US liked it, but Nintendo really didn't.
Nintendo?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course they didn't like the PSP.
It was kind of handing them their ass in the mobile market.
I thought the statement was that the East 1, 2, and 3 were on Nintendo products.
Mm. Does anybody recall the ratio of a basilica? It's just a rectangle made of 2 squares, yeah?
I do not remember, to be honest.
Alright. No biggie. Alright. 623.
We dig a hole. We dig a hole.
So I'm at 80 right now. Well, time to go brush up on my medieval architecture. Excuse me.
I'm gonna look into Cold Steel 3. I want to see what engine it runs on. I have a feeling it's still the Fire engine.
It's lit, yo.
Sponsored by Amazon.
HD. All right. Oblong. Ooh. Oblong.
Not sure you can use that kind of language on stream.
Mmm. Oblong.
Hmm.
Oh man. Would have to have a semicircular app, so I'm not doing that.
No, you don't want to build circles in Minecraft?
It takes work.
No. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to.
Wikipedia's not telling me what engine it uses.
Oh, here we go.
I actually really despise the game companies' like engine philosophies. No, it just means that you give me a game from just about any company, and I can tell you exactly another game that plays exactly like it, with similar stories, similar construction, and similar methodologies.
Are you talking about design by committee? Is that your real complaint here?
Probably, but it's just the constant reusing of the engines to generate basically the same game.
I mean, alternatively, look at Horizon Zero Dawn. Look, they made Assassin's Creed with a completely different engine.
Yeah. Yeah, like we found a formula. It worked for us last time.
Not that I unilaterally recommend Jim Sterling, but he has a video on this called Ubification. And for what it's worth, the complaint that you just pitched,
Yeah.
my perspective on it is exactly why I'm very hesitant to purchase new games.
So my biggest one of my biggest complaints that comes right along with it though is that they do that kind of shit and it still takes them 4 years to make a game.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does it take you 4 years? You have half the game already done.
They did that year where they spat out 3 Assassin's Creed games. Nobody bought any of them.
See?
It's true.
And then Unity happened, and they decided to stop for a bit.
They probably should have.
Well, Unity was so bad that they immediately turned around and made a good one, and nobody bought it. No, seriously, like Syndicate is really good, and nobody bought it.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about Syndicate. What gameplay of it I've seen was really fantastic.
It's like everyone had such high hopes after Black Flag.
Let's be fair. They couldn't have done anything that would have satisfied those hopes.
Yeah.
Black Flag was too good.
I just appreciate how that was the point when so many people were like, oh no, they jumped the shark. And I'm like, nah, man, we're going to do sweet tricks with the shark.
It's like, they didn't jump the shark. You are the shark. You're playing a fucking pirate.
They're going to make the best pirate game we've ever gotten to date.
And they did.
Eat your heart out, Sea of Thieves.
And with some weird assassin minigame tacked on.
Oh yeah, like there's a story and stuff, but that's not important. What's important is raiding things so you can level up your ships, you can raid things so you can level up your ship.
So we can learn the new shanties.
Yes, you can unlock the new music to listen to while raiding with your ship.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's how that worked in Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
That's what Black Flag was, yeah, dude. That's
Wow.
what the gameplay was. You're gonna be doing ship things, like
You like went after enemy ships just so you could get more parts to upgrade your ship.
No, I
Also-
was talking more about the shanties. I was like, what? Really?
yeah.
That really happens in Black Flag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? I kind of
Yeah,
need to play this game now.
Oh, by the way, I want you to know the shanty renditions they did. are so good that I went out of my way to actually go download them because, no, like they're really good. They did a good job.
But do they do Bink sake?
They do something like 45 different shanties, and of those,
Binksu no sake wa.
no, the best one in my opinion is Lee for Johnny,
Hmm.
but
I do love a good shanty.
Yeah, like there's Lee for Johnny, Lowlands.
like Lee for Johnny's really good. You ever listen to a song and you want to join in, but it's sad? You're sad, they're sad, anybody listening to it's sad, and it's okay. Oh, and there's no instruments. It's all a cappella.
Of course it is.
And it's harmonies. Done well.
Like,
But they included one drunk guy just for authenticity.
it's a shanty. The only if there's an instrument, it should be like one fiddle, a lute.
No,
That's it.
everybody's too busy rowing. So.
I think
Nice.
there's just a unnamed member of your crew that's modeled to start the shanty every time. The lead singer.
Nice.
There are 4 singers, by the way.
Why is it every time I go to do something, it always ends up being substantially more mega than I had originally intended?
Because
It's like, I didn't mean to do this, but this is the space I need to do the thing I wanted to do.
well, you say that, and here I am mapping out a 120 by 240 square of stone in the Nether.
Yeah.
What you're doing might actually be a bigger undertaking, but I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, that makes it what? 960 by
It's gonna be a
1700 in the overworld?
It's gonna be a big boy. I could put 3 nether portals in here and they won't connect to each other.
Yes. Because in the overworld, they'll literally be 3,000 blocks apart.
Something like that.
Like, one side of your base is almost 2,000 blocks in the overworld.
Yeah, something like that.
I just want to point that out.
It's fine. I have not yet begun. Heavily tempted to cheat to get stone. Heavily tempted.
How much stone do you need?
Yeah.
I'll use whatever you give me.
Well, I've got like
Guaranteed.
almost 2 shulker boxes of it so far, just digging this hole.
Well, I brought 3 with me, and I'm... Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
Sorry. My base is going to absorb an entire nether fortress.
Yes?
Jesus Christ.
You know what that means?
Yes. Yes, it does.
That means you
Yes.
can put a bunch of clear blocks and start start a skelly farm there.
You know the thing you want? Guess what? Looks like I'm doing it on accident.
Like, well, if you're taking over the Nether
I don't
Fortress,
want
you've
to.
got to make a skelly farm there inside the
It's
base.
gonna happen.
Like, build the skelly farm and then just continue building your base around it.
Yes. Well, once you see what I'm doing, you'll understand. This is probably biting off more than I can chew, but I intend to make good on it. Because, you know, that's me.
Well, if we can keep some people from resetting the server whenever something new comes out, then we'll continue doing it.
Oh, well, that's not gonna work, so doesn't matter. But as long as this is mirrored, I can keep doing it until it's done.
Yep.
It's actually my project completion goal is not that unreasonable.
Yeah.
I
They
just
can
need this to appear like the building that I intend to build.
they can launch a 115 if they want. Get rid of the 13.1. But leave this one the hell alone.
Yeah, that, you know.
I've got too many mega projects on it that I would like to continue working on.
On this server?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot believe this.
Hmm?
No, it's just funny.
What is?
The like I started building out and I counted and I'm halfway on the long side of my rectangle, and there's another fortress right there, just right there. And I'm like, oh well, that's gonna be inside of this now.
Yeah, never bothered to look over there until just now.
Correct. I didn't care.
It wasn't
By the
important.
way, my base is going to be extremely dangerous.
Because it's going to be filled with wither skeletons.
It is going to be filled with wither skeletons. I'm gonna set up all the fake bedrooms over there because it'd be funny. Go ahead and click on this bed. Oh, why are the walls and floor made of obsidian? Oh, you'll find out.
You'll see.
You'll see.
No, you put
Why is it?
you put the obsidian under the stone. So you just have to replace the floor.
Well, once I have the building done, I can then start installing the traps. I mean, defense mechanisms.
Yeah, defense mechanisms. We'll go with that. That's a good term for it.
It's true. It will defend it. They're mechanisms.
I just fish up the strangest hodgepodge of abilities on a book that I've ever seen. It has Crosswalk 2, Power 4, Loyalty 3, and Silk Touch.
Okay.
Like, none of these abilities can be put 2 on the same item.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those books. Like, I got one that's like Efficiency 4, Power 4, and Protection 4. Well, damn. Whatever. I'm going to make one item that's going to be awesome. But only one. Alright, be right back.
Yep.
So what day does the Halloween event start?
I believe that's going to start on the 27th. The 28th when the patch hits. I mean, it could be earlier, but that's my guess right now.
Oh no, 14 Halloween event started already.
Okay.
Because it ends on the 1st of November.
Oh, if you're talking to FGO,
Yeah, I was talking FGO. Yeah.
because they announced that it's happening, I'm assuming that it's going to start on Thursday because that's when they do it.
Yeah, it's either gonna be Thursday or Wednesday.
I'm gonna have to go break this blaze spawner. I'm just not doing it. We're just not doing that. Nope.
It's like I need Nagatamas.
Yeah. I didn't get anybody new, so. Well, I didn't get anybody new I care about. Rephrase.
It's also
Yeah.
that only Munenori and Tomoe need them.
Shiomi needs some too. I believe it's 10. Like, Tomoe needs 12 for just ranking up.
Nobody's gonna
Fate go again.
cry about this.
Yep.
Yeah, we're talking fate. All right, last call. Anybody want this blaze spawner to stay?
No, we're good.
Cool. Oh. God bless America.
You don't need that place spawner to spawn wither skeletons. Matter of fact, it actively works against you in terms of spawning wither skeletons.
All right. We took care of that problem. Oh, son of a gun. Sorry, you're getting all of the vague complaints from me presently.
That's fine. I'm about to call it a night here in a minute.
Oh, rip.
Well, I've been live for about 2 hours.
Eh,
Dug out my
Yeah.
big hole, and the next step is step is notably large.
Install 500 treasure chests.
Yeah, you gotta install a bunch of treasure chests with item sorters, water streams, hoppers, droppers. I'm gonna spend the rest of tomorrow, most of tomorrow, gathering resources. It's gonna be really annoying.
Yeah.
And that's just for the storage system. Then I have to do the we kill setup.
But yeah, open season on the fortress, by the way, over here. Like, it is in the way for me, so
Nice.
Destroy.
yeah, feel free to come in and do whatever.
Destroy.
Well, I'm gonna dismantle it. Actually, what's more accurate is I'm probably going to encase the entire thing inside of a facade.
Yeah,
Yes.
sounds cool.
Oh yes. It is, unfortunately for it, 3 blocks under my base platform.
Oh,
Goodbye. Oh, there's 2 wither skeletons right there. I'm going for it. Yeah, that's fine.
gonna get this sand put in before I call it a night. Yeah, and I'm gonna go grab some glass so nobody dies and breaks their freaking neck in that hole. There, no breaking of necks. It's amazing. When I first started watching Hermitcraft, I wondered how could they possibly place down blocks that fast. And now, I have no problem with it. Like, perfect example, this giant prismarine floor did not take nearly as long as you would think it would. Alright. there. That there.
Oh, hey, there's a wither skeleton skull.
Yeah?
No, wait. It's cool.
We have not gotten the pop-up saying we've picked one up yet.
It's cool. Man, I just have enough resources. I'm just gonna raid this place, man. Whatever. I ain't care.
But I need that. I need more. I have enough droppers, which is why the kill platform's above where the storage facility's at. Yeah, this was heavily planned out, by the way. Those blue blocks at the very top of this giant room
Yeah.
are actually where the things are going to die. Like, the kill platform's up above on the other one where we kill them. But this is where hoppers are going to be that collect the items. And thus, where when we're not manually killing them, they're going to fall and die. So that they can feed into water streams up top. And then into the hoppers and chests down here. And it'll just do a loop around the system. So should be pretty baller, not gonna lie. Reminds me. Gotta fix this. There we go. Put those with me. Take that with me. John, I love how when you drop the slime ball creation kit, you also drop the iron for it.
That's what I said.
Like 10 minutes after we made the comment about how much friggin' iron I still had. Just put that there. Thank you, though. Hey, man. You got me the slime balls, which is important. Now I can make sticky pistons.
I believe you are underestimating the amount of iron blocks that are over here.
Oh, I'm not. Like, I know how much you have. But, that's how much I still have. And, okay, so I'm probably going to use a lot of that when I go to make all the friggin' hoppers. Because tomorrow during the day, I'm going to spend some time making a god-awful amount of chests and hoppers. Using my wood here. Joys. Luckily, what I can do is I'll just turn on Netflix, catch up on my CW shows that I've let fall behind while I was still employed, and all that razz, and just kill the wood over time. I think I have enough ice for the water streams, though. Pretty sure. I might be wrong. Okay, and go ahead and grab the coal.
there's
Spooky,
one.
scary skeleton. How spoopy.
I ain't afraid of no spoop.
Spoop. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to start looking at things before I go to sign off. Because then I start doing shit. And it's
Like, you
just
know what, I
one
can
more
just-
thing before
I
I'm
can just
done.
mine one more brick. It's fine.
Oh god, it all fell on my head. Oh,
Right. It's fine.
it's fine. It's never gone horribly wrong for me when I was mining in 7 Days to Die.
Yeah, it's
It's not,
fine.
it's not like I've ever dropped a 24 by 24 room on my head. Alright. Be right back. Alright. You've heard the plan. We know what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to make all kinds of hoppers and chests and really get ready for the big build. Tomorrow night, of course, I'll be back on again for another Minecraft Daily. Now that all the super grindy stuff is done, I'm ready to start streaming, and you can watch me build really crazy stuff. Sorry tonight was a little grindy, but I hope you learned some stuff about Ys and Trails of Cold Steel and all that good stuff. It's been fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night. Bye.